We're joined today by Medicine Hat Tigers forward and Calgary Flames prospect Andrew Basha. Andrew, congrats on a huge summer. Has it all sunk in yet for you?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean it's been a lot. It's been very busy and I think it's definitely definitely set in and just looking forward to getting started in Medicine Hat. So
What moments from the draft still stick with you a couple of weeks later?
I think the biggest thing was having so many people there was amazing, and I really appreciated, just having, the people that, most of the people that mean the most to me in my life, and for them to be there was awesome. And obviously, having my name called, and especially, my childhood team, the Calgary Flames, was, a dream come true. And it was it was a great experience overall. So.
I hear you also had quite an adventure getting back to Calgary after the draft.
Yeah, we ended up driving, so it was tough, but looking back, it was a lot of fun, and it took us about 22 hours, so it was certainly an adventure. So.
Wow. And then you get back and you're pretty much right into your first NHL development camp. What lessons were you able to take away from that?
Just, I mean, being able to, get myself acclimated with the organization, and meet all the new faces, and meet all the staff and everything. And I think it was just a ton of fun, and it was a great week for all of us prospects there. And definitely looking forward to my first camp here pretty soon. And yeah, it was a great, high-paced camp, and the staff with the Flames are unbelievable. So, definitely, took a lot away from the event, and it was awesome. So.
There are a lot of WHL guys there too, hey?
Yeah, yeah, we have a few. We have with Langer and Jamer, obviously from this draft class, and there's a bunch from previous classes. So it's a lot of familiarity. So it's awesome.
We've heard you described as a bit of a throwback power forward type. Is that something that the Flames want you to lean into going forward?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think yeah, I'd say my game is kind of flexible, and I think I can play a lot of different roles. And we haven't really talked about that too much, but I think it's just being me, and playing my game, and whatever that game is on that specific day. So.
What sort of feedback did you get from the staff in terms of what they like in your game and what they want you to focus on developing?
I think it's just, being a good junior player is a lot different than being a good professional. And to do that, you really have to come each day with a mindset of getting better. And for me, I think the biggest thing is growing into, I call it man strength, and kind of filling in fully, and becoming the most powerful skater that I can, and the best shot that I can. And so for me, I think it's just kind of working on the little intangibles, and the off the ice stuff, and that's kind of the biggest thing for me. So.
One thing I'm curious about when you're a hometown guy during development camp, do you stay at home or do you get put up in a hotel room with one of the other new prospects?
Yeah, no, I was in the hotel. I think it would take away from the experience if I was at home. And I think, I had the option to be at home, but certainly, wanted to get away for the week. And yeah, it's always good being in the hotels with the guys, and just hanging out, and a lot of bonding, goes on in the hotels. So.
The Flames have shared some pretty great throwback photos of you in your Flames gear as a kid. So I'm curious, what do you think of that new arena design?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, it's really exciting. It'll be probably be pretty sad to see the dome gone, but I mean, very very exciting, and the design looks unbelievable. So I think everyone in the city of Calgary is pretty excited, and as they should be. So yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. So.
What are some of your favorite memories of the team, especially considering you were born after the 2004 run to the Cup final?
Yeah, I think, there's lots. I think, I think the kind of the best memory that comes to mind was when they went to the second round and ended up playing Edmonton there. I just that was kind of the most recent one, so it kind of feels like the it's probably just recency bias, I guess. But just I was able to go to games throughout the Dallas series as well as the Edmonton series, and just seeing how much more alive the city felt, and it just felt like there was a spark in the city. And when Goudreau scored the goal in Game 7 against Dallas, that was probably the most fun moment. So.
I kind of want to take you back to your first draft, the 2020 WHL Prospects Draft. There was a really meaningful moment between Willie Desjardins and your family, especially your grandpa, after you were picked in the fifth round. Would you be able to tell me about that?
Yeah, so I was picked in the fifth round that year, and I think go after that, I wasn't really expecting you know, too much from the organization right away. And Willie had called me after they picked me, and just kind of came up that my grandpa's my birth or his birthday was coming up. And I mean, Willie just kind of jumped all over that. And it was kind of crazy. Like a couple weeks later, Willie asked for my grandpa's or my grandma's phone number, and she gave the phone to my grandpa. And Willie called my grandpa, and I think they talked for like 20 minutes or something. And my grandpa was just giving Willie a bunch of stories, I think. And I think after that, I kind of knew that if I was given the opportunity to play for Willie, that was what I was going to do. And I mean, I wouldn't be where I am today without Willie and the entire organization in Medicine Hat. So um, they're it's just such a first class operation here. And Willie's just such a great person, and that was very evident from that. So
Was that something that really stuck with your grandpa afterwards?
I think so. Yeah, I think my grandpa, before he passed away earlier this year, kind of the past couple of years, his memory started to fade, but he never forgot about his conversation with Willie. And I think that's awesome. And my grandpa was always a big supporter of my hockey. And I think it was just pretty cool to be able to share that moment with him. And for Willie to kind of make an impact, an extremely positive impact on my grandpa, at a late stage in his life was amazing. And yeah, it's definitely something that I definitely will never forget. And I'm sure my grandpa will never forget that either. So
I can only imagine how he would have reacted to seeing you be drafted by the Flames.
yeah, I know. That was kind of I was hoping he was gonna make it until after the draft. But unfortunately we lost him around Christmas time. But I know he's watching. So yeah, I mean, I had him on a chain around my neck, so I guess he was there. So
That's wonderful. Well, you also have the Young Stars Classic coming up in Penticton. You've said you want to make the NHL as soon as possible. What can you do to set yourself apart and leave a strong impression with Craig Conroy and the Flames?
I think just play my game, and I'm just gonna go into that and not be nervous or anything. I think putting on the Flames uniform for the first time will definitely be something pretty crazy to me. But yeah, I think just play my game, and there's a reason why they picked me. And just kind of play what they picked. And play with a lot of confidence and just be myself out there. So.
You're coming off a career year, hit 30 goals for the first time with the Tigers. What sort of goals have you set for yourself this time around?
Yeah, I think, I had a great season. And I think going into this year, I think just, all I'm focused on is, winning a championship at Medicine Hat. I think, we definitely have the group to do it this year. And our group's very ready. And I think we're all pretty excited here to get going. And we're suiting up for, what should be a long year. So
A lot of strong players on that team. It really looked like it was on the cusp of something great last season, but playoffs didn't go your way. What's it going to take to push to take that next step forward and go deeper in the postseason?
Yeah, I think, we were definitely a young group last year and, certain things, um, didn't go right for us. We probably played a bit immature, throughout that series and kind of throughout the second half of the year as well. So I think it's just, it starts, the way it starts with a hot start and, we're just going to ride the momentum throughout the year. And, I think we've, learned a lot, there's a lot of lessons to take from a series like Red Deer, and we certainly didn't forget about that, and what that feeling was going back earlier than we should have. We thought, and I think it takes the whole organization to get what we want this year, but everyone, like I said, learned from those lessons, and I think growed themselves as players and people, and we're ready. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
The Tigers have also announced they'll be bidding to host the Memorial Cup when it comes back west. Why do you think the Tigers should be the host in 2026?
Yeah, I mean, I think our facilities are unbelievable. Our fans are great. They're amazing fans. I think, our team, certainly is a pretty exciting team to watch. And, I don't think that there's a team that's, going to be as exciting as us. So, for me, I think it's just, I think the year is definitely right for Medicine Hat. I think it's about time to bring the Memorial Cup back to Medicine Hat, and I'm sure it would be a pretty good tournament in Medicine Hat. So
Well, thanks, Andrew. Congrats again. Good luck this season.
thank you very much.